So welcome back to the Are We Convinced podcast. This is where we deep dive into the strange, the funny and the serious topics that have captured our attention throughout the week. I'm Peter.
I'm Tyree.
And welcome back. I know we've had a few weeks not being here, but we're back.
I wish we could say it was a few weeks off, but we've both just been so busy.
You know the feeling when you think you've taken on too much and you can't do anything about it?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at anyway.
Yeah, same to be honest.
What have you been up to then? What's been going on?
What have I been up to? Assignments, exams, radio shows, other extra little bits at the side, trying to move out of a house as well. It's just been mental. What about you?
You know the whole being, the way everyone paints a picture of being self-employed is the way to go, and that you do all that and then you set yourself up, and then you have months where you're not as busy as you usually are. So especially with weddings, so wedding season would be kind of April onwards to like December. So January to March is like, you lose sense of reality, let's just say. And then when it gets into the season again, you're like, you're just like out every night, and then you're up early, and then you're out the next night, and it's just...
Yeah, to be fair, like these last couple of months, I feel like you haven't really done much wedding stuff, and then every night you seem to be doing it, and I'm like, this man is so busy.
You kind of lose touch of it because, I mean, if the work could be, evenly spread throughout the year, that would be nice. But there is a certain months where you obviously, you kind of have to try and prepare that you're going to have downtime. But, I mean, can't complain. Let's be honest. I mean, there's worse jobs that, you can have. So.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I have only recently just become self-employed, and I'm terrified, but...
Let me rewind then. It's a brilliant opportunity. You should
yeah,
love every moment.
Really sold it to me there.
Yeah, so tell us about that then. What's going on?
Yeah, so I had a part-time job along with being on the radio, and then I was like, you know what? Nah. So quit my part-time job, and truthfully was probably one of the best things that I could have done, because I can't say anything because it's not been announced yet, but there's a couple of things up my sleeve that are happening, and I'm really excited about it. So you know what? If anyone's listening and they're not sure about taking the leap for doing something, take the leap. Just do it.
How do you feel making that jump? Because let's be honest, the majority of people out there will never understand the struggle of it, because I feel that it's not that it's always a struggle, but if you're in a job and you're getting the same money each month and all of that, you're very prepared each month.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like a stable income for the past 7 years, and I've always had money coming in, but I was so scared and so nervous because it's just the whole thing of not knowing whether I'm going to have less money, more money, or no money whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it was my mum and my sister that were just like, you know what, just do it, and we'll help you out. Even though I don't want them to give me money, I want to be independent and all, but it's a scary thing to do. But I'm glad.
It impresses me so much, the people who do set up their own business, whether it be even, I don't know, plumbing or a joiner or anything at all, just to go out by yourself and to do that. I think it's just all about self-control, really, a lot of it.
It's they're the unsung heroes of the world.
So, well, I mean, we'll look forward to the announcements and so on. So, but I mean, let's be honest, in this industry, I don't feel you could have progressed as much if you didn't do that. You couldn't have kept everything on all the time.
I know. I was working every weekend, so it was just kind of taking the leap, thinking, if I don't give this up, I'm never going to have those weekend opportunities that could actually get me somewhere. And within a week of quitting that job, they got me somewhere. So just got to do it.
Congratulations for making the move.
Thank you.
And there's me going, oh, it's terrible, I'm working every night and all of this. But on the other side, though, at least there is that freedom. I like being able to say no, although I don't a lot of the time, and I should a lot of the time, just being able to say no sometimes.
I mean, I do. Yeah, I haven't really said no, to be honest, but you kind of feel bad if you say no.
Like, I've seen myself on 2 hours sleep because I say yes to a job the next morning when I know I'm out the night before. I'm not home till 3 a.m. But it's just,
Like,
yeah,
I think it's because you don't have to do it all the time.
true.
Like, it's not gonna be like that every single day. There's
Yeah,
some days where you're like, "Ah, I'll do it, it's fine."
yeah. But I feel like, once you get, like, obviously, is this your last exam season?
Yeah, I failed one of my exams, I think 3 times so far, but there's only, like,
Right.
a 20% pass rate, so I'm hoping that this next time I'm gonna get it. But the only thing, now this is kind of, like, completely sidetracked, is see my wisdom teeth? Both
Mm-hmm.
of them, like, I have all 4, but both the bottom ones, like, I can barely speak right now because it's that sore.
Oh, God.
So I feel like that's just not gonna put me in a very good mental state for trying to
Yeah.
revise and, like, write articles and stuff, so
Speaking about teeth, like, how long has this been going on for?
right now it's been going on for probably about 3 weeks. It was, like, the first week, the
Mm.
left side was flaring up, and then the second week it moved on to the right side, and now they're both flaring up at the same time.
Now, so I have this problem that does repeat every couple of months, where it would be agony for about maybe a week and then just go away again, and then I forget about it. Um, have yours actually came through? Can you see your wisdom teeth?
Yeah, I have all 4 and they have come through, but I know the bottom 2 haven't, like, they're impacted. They haven't fully come through, but they're still through,
I love that word impacted. That's such dental talk.
isn't it? I can feel the left side. I can feel it moving my other teeth.
Oh, so your mouth's too small.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
okay.
went I went to the dentist. I hate going to the dentist. But I
Hmm.
went last time because my wisdom teeth were acting up and they didn't do anything. So, what is the point in me spending money, going to the dentist for
Hmm.
them to tell me, you just have to wait it out? Like, no, I physically cannot. I can
Yeah.
not move my mouth without it being so sore and just tiring.
There's a wee gel you can get. I want to say
Or a
Clearasol or something. No, clear. It begins with C. Cerasol or Clearasol or something. That's the only thing that ever worked for me. It's like a clear gel. But here's a story about the dentist. Last time I went to the dentist, it, my normal dentist was away on holiday, so they brought in basically like a uni student to come in
great,
and do it by themselves.
good.
He then told me, he looked at my teeth and he said, right, yeah, everything's okay, but you need 3 fillings. I was like, right, okay, but that doesn't really sound. I took his word for it, but I kind of was thinking it doesn't really sound like my teeth because I've spent this long. I've only ever got one filling, yeah, one filling in my whole life. So I kind of thought in the space of 6 months for me getting 3, that's not really doesn't sound right. So then when my dentist came back, she did like a recall and just to check everything was okay and all, and they're completely fine. So his view of my teeth were that they needed 3 fillings, and her view was no, they're fine. We just do a clean and then they're fine.
Who do you trust more?
I know, like what, and that says it all about like who is right in the dentist world.
I I don't really like the dentist I go to because, uh, as I was talking about the last time I went to get my wisdom teeth checked, she completely ignored that and just was like, "Oh yeah, you need another filling." Gave me the filling and my tooth was not sensitive before that. It was totally fine. And after she gave me it, I've not been able to bite into anything. It's that sore. So like, why are you like?
Yeah, yeah, like and tooth pain is so underrated. Is that right? Yeah, underrated is the right term because it just it's the worst. I would say it's the worst pain.
I'd say it's up there as well. It is definitely underrated on the pain scale of things.
I mean, I've never given birth, but I would assume that it's definitely going to be up there. Like, probably, well, no, maybe about 2 years ago, I changed. So I've had the same dentist. Well, I did have the same dentist for all of my life.
Mhm.
And I felt comfortable with that person. But then when I moved, I had to change dentist and all of that. And even me being 30 years of age, I still am terrified of going to this person and it's just the feeling of not being in control, I think.
Yeah, like it's one of those things, if you have like a sore bit in your body, you can kind of do things to help it or to make it go
Hmm.
away, but
Yep.
with teeth, you've got nothing. Like you just have to put
Yep.
your entire trust into someone else and expect
Yep.
them to do like the right thing.
You only have one chance. At least, other parts of your body you can. Now, here's a question: would you ever? Go to Turkey?
I I knew that was what your question was. No, I couldn't.
No?
No. Could you?
Up to possibly would have, up to the point where I seen that TikTok of the guy and he went, and every time he talks his teeth fall. I think he's from here, and his teeth fall out. He can't keep the teeth in his mouth, whatever way they've done it. And is it veneers? Did they like shave them down?
Yeah.
And it's just no, the in between phase and the amount of things that could go wrong. It just that kind of cancels it
That
out for
looks
me.
terrifying. Like, but
Yeah.
the amount of people that are doing it.
Hmm.
What's the one? I would get the one where, because I don't like the shape of my teeth. What's the one where they
Right.
like? Is it the bonding?
I've had those. Yeah, I've had bonding because I fell and chipped my front tooth, so they put a wee bit of bond and yeah, it looks okay, and it, like it fills your teeth out. It's just not like the bright white effect, and I don't know. I would be scared of getting that in case I didn't suit it. You know the way you see people, and it's the first thing that you see.
Yeah. Oh, you can 100%. Like the first time you look at someone, you can tell they have had it done.
Now, sort of, we've kind of talked about teeth. Would you do anything else with your face?
I don't really like my nose. That's
Right.
probably one of my biggest insecurities.
So would you just take the nose off? Now, obviously, you'd have a nose. You know what I mean, I mean, would you like fill your nose, or would you like choose a different nose?
No, I'd get it smaller.
Okay, because there was a photo of, was it Simon Cowell recently, or was it, no? It wasn't even Simon Cowell. It was Jimmy Carr, and apparently he's had his forehead shrunk, so his eyes are further up his forehead.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, and see the next photo you see of him, you will instantly see it, and you'll not be able to unsee it. He's had his forehead shrunk, so his eyes are, but it's too much now. His eyes are too close to his hairline.
But like that was kind of his signature thing.
But then, and even like Simon, I like mentioned Simon Cowell, like he just looks ridiculous now.
Yeah, he's kind of done too much. Although I think he's like kind of back to himself. But I don't get the whole red glasses thing.
Oh, I know.
Don't really get that.
Yeah, he doesn't. To be fair, like I was watching the latest Britain's Got Talent, and he doesn't look just as bad. But it is, yeah. And I'm more amazed about his hair more than anything else. You know, I don't believe it's real.
Why?
Because how can it stay so perfect and so, and obviously maybe he'll dye it, but it just looks so perfect. It never seems to be out of shape.
Do you think it's like a wig?
Possibly. Then you go down the route of, is he even real? When so here's the thing. So during our time off, I went to see Girls Aloud. And so did you, actually.
Yes. Oh, I know what you're going to start talking about here.
Yeah. I think Cheryl Cole, no offense to Cheryl Cole, I thought she'd had a lot of work done.
Right.
And her hair was just awful.
The hair seems to be the main thing everyone's talking about at the minute. But if you see in recent videos, she's changed it.
Oh, right, okay.
It's shorter now and it's more blonde. So I think that she realizes that everyone's talking about her hair and not the actual her.
What's going on there then? Was that extensions?
I'm going to say it was extensions, but there's a video on TikTok somewhere where someone is saying that they prefer her hair, and she was like on stage miming to them, being like, "Oh, do you?" And then they were like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Oh, that's good." So I think she's definitely changed it,
because it was like literally, like Scarecrow. Like it was so straight, and it was so, and like I feel like she couldn't see half the time because the hair was just in her face.
That's right.
It was so down.
I mean, it was very, very long, but I don't know. I kind of like it.
What did you make of that gig? I know we were a bit late talking about it, but
I was actually surprised. I thought it wasn't going to be that great, but I actually liked it.
I felt, even though I'm not like a Girls' Aloud fan, it was very nostalgic.
I thought you were a diehard fan.
Maybe back in my day, yeah. But no, that is a strange thing because I did know every song, and I wasn't singing, but I could feel myself inside singing. I knew the words.
You should have just been unleashing yourself.
I was surrounded by a lot of women, though.
There was actually quite a lot of guys there, I thought.
Not in my section. I did notice when I looked down on the floor, because thankfully I was sitting. I don't think I could have stood.
Okay, I always stand for my gigs, although I was seated in this one.
See, that's the thing with gigs. I just feel, my question is, say are you a person who would have queued up to certain gigs and got to the front row?
Yes.
How do you get to the toilet if you're in the front row?
You don't.
No, but that's not an answer. What if you need a toilet? What if you need to get to the toilet?
Well, then you just gotta leave.
How can you though? Because you're crushed.
You're not crushed.
Well, judging by even and Girls Aloud wasn't even that packed, but the people in the front row would have had a hard time trying to get to the back.
It's just something that you've got to give up. You have to give up your toilet privileges when you enter the front row.
Not willing. Like I went to see. Why am I so bad with One Direction names? Who's the One Directioner that was here in Dublin? Niall Horan. And there was constantly, and I mean constantly, people flashing their phone lights to get security over because someone had collapsed or like, someone was trying to get. And I'm just like, that is not an enjoyable experience for me.
Well, you're not the one collapsing.
Well, okay. And why are they collapsing?
Probably because they've went too long. It's really, really warm at the front. They haven't sat down and they haven't eaten any food.
So all of the above, why would you put yourself through all of that?
Because I have not collapsed yet. And they give you water whenever you're at the front row, so
I just feel it's such. I mean, fair enough. Okay, if you're a diehard fan, you kind of want to be front row and all. But I just feel sometimes when you go and see gigs like that, it's a bit of a letdown.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel this is really stupid for me to say, but I just feel sometimes a concert is too long. Like I felt that Girls Aloud gig was too long. Now, and then maybe this is the other thing. A lot of the time, I just thought it was 4 girls on stage singing to a backing track.
I do get that. I get whenever you say, like, I feel if you're having a band and they're all if everyone on stage is just a singer, I feel like they need to have an actual band on stage.
Yeah, like if it's very empty or like there's not much going on, it's a lot for like an hour and a half or 2 hours to sit and watch that.
I wish gigs were longer.
Well, long gigs, Bruce Springsteen doing 3 hours. There's not a chance in hell I would have sat through that.
Taylor Swift is 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I am seeing her in just under a month's time.
I feel that she would put on a good enough show, though, for that amount of time.
It is going to be unbelievable.
Where are you for that?
Standing.
I can only imagine the amount of nights that people are going to camp out for that to get from.
I know. I am not hopeful in getting the front. I'm not even hopeful in getting maybe 6th row. But we have said that we will be there nice and early.
How early is early? So say doors open at 6.
See, I don't know. The earliest I've queued has been from 12 p.m.
6 hours is a long time.
I think that was for Westlife. But I will be at the front of the gig whenever the script come in November.
You seem to be pretty script mad.
Die hard.
Yeah.
I love.
Do you share a lot of script stuff? To be
fair?
Yeah,
I do. I love them. That's just it.
That was my last gig. I haven't really got any planned this year. Yeah, I don't think.
I think I still have about 8 planned for this year.
Do you really?
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to get me to go to Shania Twain.
I could not imagine you at a Shania Twain concert. Oh, hey, you're Ryan Reynolds. That don't impress me much. Don't.
Sounds exactly like it. But here's the thing, and I think I've mentioned this before, though, with, and I don't know how you don't get this as well, with singing and stuff. I just feel I just overanalyze anything. And, when I'm at a gig, I can't relax. I
do feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm more tuning in to their voice than the actual music. Because like you see whenever I love watching gigs online and stuff like that. And you whenever there's like a high pitched note coming, you're waiting to find out whether they're going to make it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do know what you mean.
And you feel like nervous for them. And I feel, say if you're a drummer or a guitar player, I feel that's the only thing you would concentrate on. I just feel, sometimes I wish I could just step outside my body and just experience it as, I guess not a normal person, but as a non-musician person. I know
what you mean by that, but at the same time, I think there's something really special about tuning into the music and like picking out those few notes that people that other people wouldn't be able to like listen into,
Mm,
and just
yeah.
you're just thinking, oh, that was bliss.
That's the other thing, because some people then just don't appreciate it for what it is.
Hmm.
Right, moving on from gigs, a few things that are annoying me at the minute. At the minute, I'm sitting looking at this bottle of Fanta Lemon, right?
Okay.
Have you noticed this about bottle drinks now? The lids
Oh,
have
don't
changed.
even chat. I can no, literally. Look at this. I bought this one. I bought this bottle of water last week. I
Okay.
bought the same bottle of water yesterday.
Oh, wow.
This bottle of water.
That has changed.
What?
I was going to say that has changed a lot. Anyway,
So
go ahead.
this bottle of water, I can take the lid off of this one. The bottle of water I bought yesterday, I cannot take the lid off of this one. What is that about?
I'm surprised that they can use that type of lid, because I thought that type of lid was just for Lucasade.
Well, this,
I've never seen that on any other bottle apart from Lucasade.
neither have I. It actually does look like a Lucasade bottle.
The one where you can open it and then you can spray someone with it because of the pressure. But then, so with the Fanta one, now you can't unscrew it totally. You have to do that and then flip it open.
I hate that so much. Like, I understand.
Like, what is that for? Why is this saving the turtles? What is this?
I understand the concept, but like, I just want the lid to come off.
Did you go to drink it and you can't? It's such an awkward thing because you have to bend it down and all. It's just, I shouldn't have to think this much just to take a drink out of a
I
bottle.
know.
So
I
annoying.
just think that they're ruining the whole drinking experience between that and paper straws.
It's just, and you do know what? I think the quality has gone downhill as well on purpose to stop you drinking them.
I would agree with you on that. Even like the McDonald's Coke,
Horrible.
it's horrible now, and it used to taste unbelievable.
And I was at McDonald's 2 days ago and I got chocolate milkshake that tasted, the only way I can describe it was it tastes like chemicals. It tastes like they had just washed out the cup or something and then poured it in. It was just awful. Really, really awful. Yeah, but I just feel it's just to put you off it. They just don't care. Let's be honest, in any of them, they don't care. They don't care.
I just buy tins these days, or cans.
Again, I'm a wee bit afraid of drinking from a tin. Did I ever tell you about the story of the woman I heard see in the news that she drunk from a tin and then she had like all ulcers around her mouth?
Yes, I think we talked about this in the last
I think we did.
podcast. And
Yeah,
I made fun of you because you left a Pepsi can for like 5 days.
that's right. What is it still here? No, it's not still here. But that doesn't. That sounds really unhygienic. Like, is it still here? No, no, that has been drunk. But that lasted me for about 3 or 4 days.
That's disgusting. That is honestly.
Now, again, not to bring my hygiene level down. It's not that I'm just keeping it in my room and I'm not throwing it away or something. I'm storing it properly and putting it in the fridge, and then I'm having it, every time, and I'll put it back in the fridge. It's all good. Here's a question about also putting things in the fridge. Would you eat like food the next day?
I'm weird about stuff like this.
Okay.
Nah, not really. I feel like if I open something, it needs to be eaten there and then.
I remember, like, certainly being younger, like when you were out, and then like kebabs were the big thing, and I could never eat a full kebab, and then everyone else is just like, why just heat it up and just eat it in the morning? Like,
Oof, no.
I know.
It's like I couldn't eat a leftover pizza. That freaks me out.
Like, even cold, could you eat it cold? No, really?
No.
I think it tastes very nice. And do you know what? There's nothing better than eating, like sausages that you've had and then have it the next morning and they're cold.
No.
Oh, honestly, there's nothing better. And especially if you have like a barbecue and just let them put them in tin foil and then in the fridge and have a cold sausage sandwich.
A sausage sandwich.
A cold sausage sandwich is the best.
Never heard worse.
No.
Never heard worse.
Oh, you need to try it. No, I wouldn't be into reheating it all because then you get into kind of health problems. But yeah, it'd just be a bit funny of actually reheating it. Cold, I think, is fine, but
it's a no from me.
Yeah, I just struggle knowing when things are ready, and if I was reheating, it's like, have I reheated that enough?
Yeah, I know. I do get that.
What else did I have to? I don't think nothing else really, I guess, exciting has been happening. I've just literally just been flat out. This is the night where I have to make a decision because tomorrow I'm going to the barbers again. And first of all, I think I've got adult ADHD. This is what I need to be. And I've been looking up all day online of how you get diagnosed. Okay.
Okay.
And it's like £900.
Ooh, that's rough.
And I just think, I don't know if it wouldn't change my life. It wouldn't, if I had it, I would just live with it. Anyway, it's just because I get these random feelings. I need to go and do something, and I need to just do it there and then. I need to shave my head.
Sorry.
I'm having a Britney moment.
I'm not gonna lie. See, whenever you said about going to the barbers, I'm like, I wonder is he gonna shave his head?
I need to just. I feel I need to just and I feel I just need to breathe.
Is it? Do you think your hairline is receding?
No, not that. I just feel claustrophobic.
Right.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't really know what that means either.
And I've had several dreams. In fact, one of them last night was all of my teeth fell out in my dream.
I feel like that's a. Have you not said about that dream before?
I think, do you know, now you mentioned that, I think I have had that dream before. But last night my teeth fell out. But I was looking in the mirror and I was watching them fall out, but I couldn't do anything. and I just think that this is all combining into. And I think also another thing where, if you're just working 24/7 and you're in and out of the house and you just get flustered. I just feel flustered at the minute. I need to just do something drastic.
Sure, shave your head.
Why did Britney shave her head?
I don't know. Why not? But have you ever watched The Hangover?
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah. I don't. No, this is the fear. I don't want to do something where I regret it.
Yeah.
You're comparing me to, what do you call him? The big guy who then just shaves his head in the night out.
I don't know its name is Zach. Is it?
Yeah. Does he get a tattoo or something on his head? No?
That's Ed Helms.
Right. Okay.
He gets like a Tyson.
Oh yes.
tattoo.
Yeah. And he just shaves all his hair.
Yeah. So like you could shave your hair off, but then get it like a really long beard.
Now this is another thing. I was like, because like when I was like in my teenage years, like I always kind of just had very, very short hair anyway, so it's no different really. But I was thinking, let's get it all off. Let's start from scratch again.
Do you want to go completely bald, or are you going for like a buzz cut?
I don't think I want a buzz cut. I think I want to go. Now I don't want to go.
Like
I don't want to go. Yeah, no, I don't want to go big. Shaving your hair like that. Mm-hmm. But I do want to go pretty close to it. But then he was saying to me, you kind of need to lower yourself down to it. You can't just go 0 and then that's it, because then you will regret it. You need to kind of start lowering yourself down to it. But yeah, I just kind of think you need to have some facial hair though. Mm-hmm. But I don't want a long beard. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I want at the minute. But I need something.
You just need
different.
a change. 100%. I get you.
My appointment is at 10 o'clock. Well, it will have already happened by the time this episode goes out. So God knows what I'll be walking around like when this episode's out.
I cannot wait to see this.
My only saving grace, I think, is that I wear glasses, because if I didn't have that and I didn't have a wee bit of facial hair, I would just look like a thumb.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always wear a hat until it grows back.
Yeah, that's true. The only place I would struggle with that is at a wedding. Because I don't think I could wear like a top hat, or I couldn't like wear a normal cap. So I'd be a bit, yeah. There's no, to be fair, see what you can think about that. There is no hat that you can wear that's kind of formally accepted. Do you know, in like formal situations?
Yeah.
And I hate people who wear like the wee Piggy Blinder hats, and it just doesn't do it for me.
I was actually going to suggest one of those.
No.
Like the only thing would be a top hat, but you physically can't.
So hang on, I'm trying to take attention away from myself and away from my head, but I'll just walk in with a big top hat like I'm some magician.
You'd be like Mr. Pringle.
No. The only way I get away with that is just walk about like a rabbit under my hat, or, rabbit under it, so we can. There's a point to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll end this episode. I guess would we call it series 2, maybe, or catch up from what's been happening.
Yeah, this is the catch up episode.
Thank you for everyone who has stuck by, and Because and I'm going to be honest, there was several people who did ask why there wasn't, and was everything okay? So I'm thankful for that.
That's good.
So for those of you who are still there, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.